The Chicago Bulls are coming off one of the best wins of the season versus the Los Angeles Lakers. And on today's episode, I want to talk about Josh Giddey and Coby White. This backcourt is very, very intriguing, and it is quite better than what we thought. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to get into a little bit more. But obviously, you got to hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I'm holding it down on today's daily episode. If y'all tuned in with me today, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. Man, that last live call had me so turned, and I know it had you turned as well, seeing the Bulls whoop on the Los Angeles Lakers like that. I think we see him in a couple more days too, so hopefully we see a part two. It's definitely going to be a lot more challenging though, for sure. But I really want to talk about Josh Giddey and Coby White on today's episode. Pretty much in my belief, I believe Josh Giddey and Coby White, this backcourt is more intriguing than what we initially thought. Hey, early on in the season, we seen Coby White, you know what I'm saying? He had his moments. He was getting busy right there. He had Zach LaVine right there out there. He kind of played a different way than what we're currently seeing right now. Then over the offseason, we seen Josh Giddey get traded here straight up for Alex Caruso. Had a lot of Bulls fans banging their head on the table, cussing out the front office, saying Josh Giddey's this, Josh Giddey's that. And hey, it was hard to come around. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of fans. It's still hard for some fans to come around because they just being utterly ridiculous. If we call in a spade, you got to love what Josh Giddey has been doing since January. It started off a little shaky. I ain't going to hold you. We got to hold them accountable. And it started off shaky for Coby White as well. And there was a lot of discussions right here on Shy Boys Podcast to see how will these two guys be able to establish a backcourt that we can see for the foreseeable future. Well, I'm here to say it. This backcourt, it should be here for the foreseeable future, whether y'all like it or not. I think that these guys need to continue to play together. Obviously, we got games left in the season, and more of us want to see a larger sample size of this, but I am not against having these two guys gear up next season and having more time to build chemistry with one another to push the Chicago Bulls forward. And hopefully we get an opportunity to see our Chicago Bulls moving out of the play-in for once in our lives and be able to say, hey, the Bulls got the 6th seed. Hey, the Bulls took a step forward because we spent some time being a 10th seed. And in a play-in with guys like DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Nikola Vucevic a part of the squad. But right now, we got a bunch of young punks. Nah, I can't call them punks. We got a bunch of young dogs out there hooping right now. And it is a small sample size. It's not the largest sample size. But you got to sit there and focus on what your eyes are telling you. This team is competing. This team is showing heart. They playing good basketball. They playing defense, offense. They getting downhill and doing what we expect a young basketball team to do, that we expect them to move forward. There's going to be pushback. Who gives a damn? I don't. Your pushback or whatever it is that we should be tanking for the best pick in the draft. Look, that shit don't always work out. How many times we seen top picks in a draft turn out to be nothing? Look, I don't necessarily trust AK and, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to draft selections, but those draft selections not looking too bad right now. If we keeping it a buck, the draft selections are not looking that bad right now. You're seeing developmental pieces and steps forward for guys like Dalen Terry. We already knew that Julian Phillips could hoop. He's looking like he's finding his way a little bit more and taking steps forward. Coby White, not his draft selection, but he's developing and taking step forward and growing his game. So we got to be like, hey, it is what it is. You can find talent in this draft, and wherever the Bulls may fall at the end of the season, that's where they fall. Who cares? As long as they draft somebody that makes sense and be able to bring that player in and develop them in the right way, it is what it is. Y'all want to put yourself through a heartache filled season to where you constantly banging the desk at losses and saying this team is horrible to watch. Let's sit right here and enjoy the moment, because this team right now is fun as hell to watch. But back on to my man's Josh Giddey and Coby White. I'm just going to break down the last 9 games for Josh Giddey. He is averaging 21, 10, and 9. Oh, y'all thought that it was inefficient too? No, hella efficient. 53% from the field, 48% from the 3. And my man's has stepped up to the challenge to play defense. If we remember when we first seen him, I think it was, I cannot remember the game, but I remember after the game, he talked about, it was early in the season, he talked about accepting the challenge of being better defensively. Since that conversation, he has continuously gotten better to the point in his last 9 games. He is averaging 1.7 steals a game. That's almost 2 steals a game. No, that's not the end all be all when you try to determine how well a guy can defend. But when you add 1.7 steals and almost a full block per game, and then you actually take that from the stat sheet and marry it with what you're seeing in the game, you're seeing guys like Josh Giddey hold his own. You seen versus the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers put Josh Giddey in pick and roll action, and Josh Giddey held his own. And after the game, talked about that. They whooped me. Luka whooped me in one of their previous matchups. I wanted to step up to the challenge and show up and play solid defense against him. And guess what happened? On the defensive end, he was holding his own. And then you want to attack me, Luka. Now it's time to attack you. And let's see if you step up to the plate. He didn't do it. Now, he went off offensively in the first half, but that was just about it. That was just about it. So give love to Josh Giddey in that regard. Coby White, his last 9 games, 29 points, 4 and 3. 50% from the field, 35% from the 3. 40-point games, 30-point games, 20-point games. What else you want from Coby White? What else you want from Coby White? And that's what makes it so intriguing for both of these players in this backcourt moving forward for me. You have your opinions, your prerogative, cool. But for me, this backcourt provides a lot of intrigue because they can simply play off of one another, and they do it pretty damn well. We was on quadruple double watch from one of our own, something that hasn't been done since the 90s. Since the 90s, guys. And you see both of these players playing well off each other on the offensive side, and they backing each other up on the defensive side. You allowing Josh Giddey to make the game a lot easier for the others around. And when you need Coby White to get downhill, it's get off me. And one. Hell is you talking about? Oh, Josh Giddey got to get downhill too? Get off of me. And one. You're getting that from these young guys. And then Josh Giddey, a guy that a lot of people was not really that high on from shooting the 3 coming into this season. And it was one of those things that I had a discussion about with my man's Hayes and C-Dub. Like, how well or how important is it going to be for the Bulls development staff and Peter Patton to help Josh Giddey become a better 3-point shooter? Last 9 games, 48%. 48%. You can't be mad at that for the sake. You cannot be mad at the development for these young guys because they have been playing solid, smart basketball, man. Like, how many times we sit up here, we watch tanking teams and they just look horrible. How many times did we sit up here and watch a team that we believe could have made the playoffs and they look stagnant on offense? They wouldn't defend on defense. These young guys are hooping, providing us with some intrigue. I'm not saying it's the end all be all. I'm not saying that they have a large sample size that we can run with, but it does provide some intrigue for the Chicago Bulls because after people were saying they playing bombs, they go out there and whoop on them Los Angeles Lakers, who's the 4th seed in the West and have been mentioned in championship contention. And it is just one game. Can't get overzealous on just one game. I'm with that. But when guys deserve praise, you give them the damn praise, bro. You give them the damn praise that they deserve. You got to give them that. You have to. You can't sit up here and be naive and be ignorant to the fact that these young Bulls are playing well. All we ask for. All we ask for. They're building that chemistry. And that chemistry of winning and competing is something that they can carry over into the next season. What if these guys was punting the season like most people want them to do? Y'all suddenly think that adding a Cooper Flag was going to help the Chicago Bulls somehow just instantly become winners? No, it don't always work like that. That could have been a chance, but it does not always work like that, bro. It doesn't. It doesn't. So, and right now, for my people that's hating on Josh Giddey, 37% from the three this season. Just saying. Now, the downhill attack from both of these players is just crazy. It's just crazy, bro. But hey, playoff status, they giving the Chicago Bulls a 50% chance to secure the 9th seed and 22% chance to move up to the 8th seed. And I'm going to keep on saying it. If you focus on player development, who gives a damn what happens? Win or lose. Yes, it's going to be some ugly-ass games. The Sacramento game was ugly as hell to start. It's just what it is. But allow these kids to go out there and continuously make strides forward so we can go out there and build some chemistry and try to establish ourselves with a winning mindset. And that comes through battling through the trenches, not punting games, bro. I'm not with that loser sucker shit. That's just me personally. That's just me. And before we transition into the Bulls game tonight, which y'all better be in tune, I ain't gonna lie to you now. I gotta give some praise to Billy Donovan. For all shits and giggles, all the smoke we gave Billy Donovan, bro, he's doing a hell of a job with these young guys, bro. He's doing a hell of a job with these young guys, bro. It's not always perfect. We still have our criticisms and critiques for sure. But he getting the best out of these young players, bro. Trey Jones, instant impact. Zach Collins, instant impact. It's not the instant impact. And injuries they've been hit with injuries all season long. Still coming out and competing and winning these games. Still got yourself in a decent position to move up within the ranks. And if you give these young Bulls an opportunity to make the playoffs and they get their teeth kicked in the first round, what type of hunger do you think that's going to create moving forward? We always say around playoff times when a team like we'll say the Lakers and they go up against a team last year like the OKC Thunder. Oh man, they don't got the experience. I got the Lakers. Oh man, they don't got the experience. I got the Mavs. We always say that, right? Allow this team to go out there and potentially get their shit kicked in. And see what type of hunger that creates in them young players. So Billy Donovan deserves some type of credit. And the biggest credit, he's holding our rookie, who's a part of the young core moving forward, and I believe going to be a star, Montes Buzelis, accountable. Montes Buzelis even spoke on it himself, saying this: I told Billy that I want to be pushed to the limit. I want to be the best player ever. That's how I think. He has done a great job holding me accountable, and I thank him. When he takes me out for a mistake, I get better. I get better. So it's okay to see Montes Buzelis sit his ass down for a couple minutes because we need the young fella to be aggressive. It's not always about shot making. If the shot not falling, it's just not falling. Everybody has their games. Everybody has those games, but you can affect the game in other ways when that shot is not falling. Okay, get your ass in there and get muddy, get some rebounds, stick some defense, block some shots, create some steals. Go out there and help your other teammates that might be having it going that day get going. Billy Donovan deserves some credit, bro. Y'all can hate it or love it. Y'all can hate it or love it. Now, the Chicago Bulls, they play the Denver Nuggets later today. Now, Chicago, the Denver Nuggets, they in the mix of things in the Western Conference, and they trying to make sure they can get themselves in the opportunity for another championship, even though a lot of people don't even see it happening with the squad. I will say this, Chicago, they coming off this game last night versus the Houston Rockets. Don't mean much to me. but you got to come to play. Don't think just because they played a game last night that they finna come in and lay down for you. Don't think that. Go in there with the mindset, fighting physicality with force. You got to fight force with force against this team. They are in the thick of things, and you know what I'm saying? They can whoop on you if you allow me. You come in here lollygagging and playing around. So come in here serious, focus, and have a clear mind, and let's go hoop. Let's get out on the run. Let's make sure we taking care of the basketball. I can't wait to see them play these guys later today. And I hope you can't wait either. I'm going to just say I can't wait to see what happens. Josh Giddey, he's going to be there. Nikola Vucevic, you ain't got to worry about Joker going downhill too much or being hella athletic over you. He's an outstanding player, though, so you better show up, big dog. And what about the impact from Zach Collins and his defense in the paint, helping out this young Chicago Bulls team? My goodness. So, hey, come ready to play tonight. Y'all come ready to chill tonight, man. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. The live call will be on and popping. The games tip off at 9 p.m. Eastern. Hit that notification bell. We going to be live. C-Dub going to be calling that game, and we're going to have some fun, man. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to see if the Chicago Bulls can go out there and get another win. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. It ain't going to always be pretty. I will remind y'all that. It's not always going to be pretty. But we hoping that it can be pretty tonight because we need another dub. We need another dub. I ain't going to lie to you. You can hate all you want. We need another dub. Hell you talking about. But, hey, y'all let me know y'all win-loss predictions down below. Let's chop it up. Let's talk about this backcourt. You can get Billy some love, man. Get Billy some love. Get Billy some love. These boys is hooping. These young men is hooping. But, hey. We'll see what happens tonight. Maybe Billy Donovan pissed us off because I praised him today. We'll see. We'll see. But that is it for me, y'all. Make sure before y'all roll out, y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and share this with your mama's mama. She might like it. I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all always see red. And y'all already know I'm going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.
Cognac. Gang.